Italy is now at the center of another murder investigation involving an American. 35-year-old Florida native Ashley Olsen was found dead in her apartment in Florence over the weekend. She was apparently strangled to death. Crimesider's Graham Cates has been looking into the investigation. What do they know so far about her death itself, how it happened, and who might be implicated?
So here's what at least they've told the media that they know so far. They say she was out Thursday night at a nightclub with some of her friends. Her friends left before her, and they say she stayed at this club till late, almost till dawn. And what we know about the club is that it's a place that's actually been shut down briefly a couple of times in the last few years because of things related to drugs, overcrowding, and other things like that. So they know someone was on her computer on Friday up until around midday, and then there's no sign of her until her boyfriend and landlady come and open the door on Saturday.
So nobody sees her all of Friday morning, and the only indication that they have that she might still have been alive is that her computer was being used.
Right, and there's no guarantee it was her using her computer. If
Right.
there's someone in the apartment, someone else could have been doing it.
What about the fact that black restraints were found near her body and she was strangled, correct?
That's right. And that's really, this is a really big mystery. They haven't said what kind of restraints they were. They haven't said if it's clear that they were used on her. They're awaiting results of an autopsy that might come out by tomorrow. And in the meantime, they're also reviewing about 3 days worth of surveillance footage from the nearby area.
What about the fact that she had posted on social media something about a creeper and look, I'm being stalked? Are they taking any of that seriously?
It sounds like Italian authorities don't think there's too much to that. It's hard to tell if that was like a tongue-in-cheek thing where someone taking a photo from behind her or if it was real. I mean, one thing is you have to post photos to your own account.
Right, and where would she get a photo like this? It looks like she's out and running errands around town. Like, who's taking those pictures so that she can then post them on her own account? Right.
If it wasn't her, then it's not really clear. I mean, obviously she didn't take the picture, but if it wasn't her who posted it originally, it's not clear who it was.
The Italian justice system came under a lot of scrutiny when Meredith Kirchner, the British student, died, and Amanda Knox, an American student abroad, was implicated for her murder, was held, in fact, in jail, convicted, and then the conviction overturned. What kind of comparisons are being drawn between this murder and what we saw back then with Amanda Knox?
That's why there's so much concern about how this investigation is going to go down. Just to kind of do the outline of what a big mess the Knox investigation was. So Kirchner was murdered in November of 2007, and Knox was convicted 2 years later. 2 years after that, she was acquitted. And then 2 years after that, they ordered a new trial citing mistakes in that acquittal. Then a year later, she was convicted again, and then a year after that, she was finally acquitted. And that final acquittal, the Italian Supreme Court cited gross mistakes and really serious errors in the initial investigation.
So I know that American authorities are concerned about getting justice in this case. Has the FBI reached out?
So I contacted the FBI. They have the ability to offer assistance in cases like this. They're very specifically supposed to get involved if it's a kidnapping or a terrorist incident, but they're allowed to say to local authorities, you know, we have very good forensics labs and we have good investigative resources if you're willing to accept us. And right now, Italy hasn't, they haven't offered that so far to Italy. And the one thing about it is forensics are the thing that kind of kept going back and forth in the Knox case. And so it's really interesting to see if the FBI says, why don't you let us at least check out what you're up to?
I know Ashley Olsen's dad also lives in Italy. What's he have to say about what's involved with his daughter here?
He was seen earlier today putting flowers down at the site of where her apartment is, but he hasn't specifically spoken to CBS about, you know, how he thinks this is playing out or how he's feeling.
Graham, thank you.